Welcome to OverTime the podcast. OverTime is a podcast dedicated to all things watches, with a soft spot for the micro brand and affordable range. I'm Praka, and this is my co-host, Justin.
We are two watch tragics based out of Perth, Western Australia. Join us as we chat about new watch releases, share our stories, and give you tips on building your collection.
Whether you're a watch pro or just getting into the hobby, we'll keep you entertained with insights and interviews from the industry, along with our casual conversations.
Let's get started.
G'day listeners, Praka here. Hope everyone's having a great December as we head into the holiday season and winding down from work. Hope you get some time off to spend with your friends and family. I will be taking a bit of time off, that's for sure. I'm looking forward to it. So this week we have a special guest again. We have two industrial designers out of Hong Kong making some really cool pieces, and they've released one model into production and they have another one upcoming called the MB2. So enjoy the show. We had a great chat. We went through all of course, their origin story, how they got into the industry, their design language, and also some questions about what's coming up, and also the question that was asked quite a bit actually, which is their brand name. How do they get there? Anyways, stay tuned and listen in. So please welcome to the show today, Austin and Henry from Monbrey Watches. G'day guys, how you going?
Thank you, Parker. It's great to meet you. Also, especially thanks to Matt from Hex Watch for introducing us to you guys.
Yeah, no, thank you. And Henry, good to see you too.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Fantastic. All right. So look, before we kick off each episode, we love to do a little customary wrist check. And look, as our guests today, what have you got on your wrist? Austin, I'll let you go first.
So I'm, of course, having our latest release, the MB2. So
Nice.
the pink MOP with the CNC pattern on it. But I paired actually with a very interesting strap that a brand named Accurate form. They are from Japan, and very interesting one that you get to see online. They call the leather named a black diamond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The leather is used for the martial arts, like the equipment, armor. So which is quite actually matching our collection, which can talk about later. But yeah, we'll have to have a look on the strap.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm gonna need to get a link of that and pop it in the show notes for our listeners. Fantastic. And I think that color pairs really well on the leather as well. So perfect.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Henry?
Well, I got my Tudor Black Bay 58 with me, and I really love this piece. Well, it got that perfect vintage vibe, and it looks modern at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, the size is 39 mm. It is not too big and not too small, and it fits nicely on my wrist.
Fantastic.
And the craftsmanship that Tudor put in this watch is really feels like a timeless classic.
Yeah, I completely agree. Black Bay 58 is like a sweet spot for so many enthusiasts, big or small wristed. I myself in the small wrist community, so but just fits me enough. Just well. Yeah, fantastic. All right. Well, before we'll crack on, I'll say what I've got on my wrist. Thanks to you guys, I have the MB2 as well.
Wow.
The black dial, of course, which is I've actually paired it on this Alcantara leather strap from Delugs, and I think it pairs really well. It's hard to tell from the photos, but yeah, it's awesome. I've been really enjoying wearing this prototype, so I really appreciate you guys sending this to us to have a look at prior to this episode. Yeah, it's just I'll go into more detail. I'm sure you guys would as well, but yeah, that dial is just awesome. That distinctive, rock sand pattern. We'll go into it a bit later, but yeah, awesome stuff.
Sure. Thank
Cool.
you.
Awesome. All right. Well, look, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. So first of all, look, welcome to the podcast. I really appreciate you guys taking your time to have a chat with me today. I know it's quite late for you guys and ourselves as well, but it does help that we're in the same time zone as we discussed before we started. So
Yeah.
look, I understand that you guys are both industrial designers and you've been around watches for a while now before you started up this brand. So I would, before we get into your brand itself, I would love to get a bit of your background of both yourselves.
Maybe Henry, you start first.
Yeah, Henry, please.
Yeah.
Well, I
Mm.
was in the watch industry for many years, like over a decade, and I started my career at Seiko Epson. It's my first watch designer job, and where I handle brands like Seiko, Alba, and Wired. And after that, I worked with various company on other brands, and eventually I met Todd Steen at a French company. Yeah,
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
a pretty solid resume right there. So,
Mm.
and I guess awesome. That's a fantastic background. Austin, yourself.
So it's quite interesting. Like I still have no idea how I get into the watch industry. So here's a story. So my father actually had been working for Citizen. So since I was a kid, I have a bunch of watches. Like, but I never care about that. Like, unlike the other story, I never break down the watch, okay, and let's assemble the things, and eventually become a watch designer or something like that. It never happened. So until I graduated from the industrial design,
Mhm.
and back in the day, in around like 2004, five, is everything about the Steve Jobs, Mark Lewison, Philip Starr, James Dyson,
Mhm.
and watches industries in Hong Kong is more like the OEM thing. It's very manufacturing side, and doesn't sound cool at all. Like as a student, you look in the Steve Jobs thing and about the factory, it doesn't sound cool at all. So when I start hunting a job, like I just want to get like an electronic lifestyle product design and never thought about anything like about watches. But then until one day I got a phone call for an interview, which I have no clue where does it come from. Because basically, when my time like
Yeah.
we don't have a website to apply, so we send email to us, right? So I have a notes. I jot down everything, but it isn't on that. So anyway, I need money, so I need cash. So I go there, but I have no clue what they do, and I have no idea. I get the offer, so that's how it start. And so the first couple of year, I worked like for Fossil watches, Fossil stuff,
Yeah.
and then I got a very good offer from the Stardust, a Hong Kong company, which they famous for what they sold the Universal Geneva to Breitling. That's
Okay.
the company. Yeah. So, and just like Henry said, that we actually meet in a French company, so we work together. And after that, I luckily have an opportunity to develop the smartwatch, hybrid watch in 2016, and so on and so on. I have the work experience in multiple field like the project management role in smartwatch,
Mm.
robotic, IoT, and till now is Monbrey.
That's amazing. You guys have both had quite the journey to get here. And if I'm like I bought a lot of the guests that I've have on very much, I guess, passionate watch enthusiasts who turned into making their own watch. This is, I guess, one of the, I mean, you're not the only people, but one of the only people that I've had on the podcast that who've, your background is you've been in the industry for so long. So, and both in a very different pathways as well. So that's awesome. Yeah, no, it's great to see. I mean, just by handling your watch, you can tell how much, there's a bit of finesse in the design. Is that if that makes sense? Like, when you pick something up, usually a first watch from a brand, you can tell, okay, maybe there needs to be a little bit more refinement in this design
Yeah.
before it can get to the next level. But you can just tell when you pick up the watch, you go, hey, this is refined. This is a refined product. So, and clearly it comes from your background. So that's fantastic to hear.
It's even like a living scanner, pricing everything is on this, just take it on.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, awesome. No, that's fantastic. All right, cool. So,
Yeah.
so you've told me about your background. Henry, you started off at Seiko Reps, and you've moved on from then on, and then you've eventually met Austin, and Austin, you've had this. I guess your father had this background, even though you didn't decide to follow that, but somehow you stumbled upon it using in various ways, and then you guys met together at this company. And at what point did you say, "All right"? How let's make our own brand. What made you actually start the brand?
I think Henry's more like a victim, right? Henry,
Victim, okay. All right. Let's
well, a
hear it. Let's
victim, like
Yeah, yeah, he dragged me in. Yeah, and we started this.
fantastic. I mean, how so
big.
victim Henry, please tell us about your journey.
Well, I remember last like before COVID, we left that French company and we start thinking of doing something. And like we do have some idea in our mind for a long time, but we don't have a chance to fulfill it. Like Austin said, we do the watch design for OEM, mainly for OEM, and in the past, but never do something for ourselves. And so, well, actually, over those years, we gained those experience and insight, and we realized we should starting something like our own brand and allow us to explore our creative minds more freely and brings more unique concept to life and or to the market.
Awesome. Awesome. And I that's it's always good to I guess use what you know, but also yeah, bring your own twist and flavor to it. So in Henry, you put it succinctly, but Austin, anything else that made you, was it the fact that you didn't want to do, design for someone else anymore and you want to do your own stuff and give it a go?
Just like Henry said, like I come up with a proposal to him to approach him. So actually, the reason is very simple. Like when you are married, soon to be 40, you got plenty of time. Plenty. We got no kids, so we got plenty
Okay.
of time. And like I told you before, like after that, the watches I jumped into, like the smartwatch, robotic things, and it's not sexy at all. It's not sexy. I don't really like it. Unlike watches, like the thing is not doesn't elegant at all. So just one day, just a click, and you finally realize that, and we love watches. We really love watches. Like
Yeah,
I like I even spent like 3 years for a fine art education just because I believe the root of the watch design is from the fine art. But at that time, I just take it like for the career path.
sure.
But after looking at that, like, well, I really like that. I really enjoy designing watches. That's why I take the course, and we found out that we have everything. We got the skill, we got the legwork, like 20 years
Hmm.
in the industry. We know all the pricing. And, even deep in the product, we write the QA, quality control, SOP criteria for our own brand. So we
Hmm.
know everything. Then why don't we start with our own brand? So I come up with a business plan because I know I need somebody with me, like a
Sure.
partner. So it's Henry. So I pitch him, and that's how how the thing start.
You look pretty happy though, Henry. Looks like you made the right
Yeah,
decision.
yeah. Well, actually, it's quite happy to working with him. Yeah, he always brings up some great idea and something really exciting. It's
Crazy,
really exciting to work with him.
crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, crazy.
Exciting, crazy, as long as it works. So, oh, fantastic, guys. That's cool. That's cool. It's great, 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 great to hear. So then, all right, 2021 then comes around, and then you start Monbrey, and your obviously your first watch came out is the MB1. It, just both the MB1 and MP2, they both have, quite unique dial textures, especially MB2. Colors as well, variety of colors. And your case design is very distinctive. I mean, initially when I first saw the MB1, I had a lot of vintage 70s
Mhm.
King Seiko was my
Mm.
initial take when I looked at it, and I love that. And there's not many brands out there that do sort of that very distinctive look, but you also made it your own as well. I mean, you're looking at the
Mm.
MB2, there's this that more refinement there. And then you've also got obviously the dial choice, which we spoke about before, the black dial that I've got, for example, which is replicating that sort of Japanese iron sand, charcoal,
Mm.
steel. What was it? The Tamahagane. Apologies if
Mm.
I butchered how I said that, but that's the steel that's used for katanas. I mean, it's cool, right? That's right there in itself is a story. Like I told a bunch of local enthusiasts about that. I took a photo, I sent it to them, and they were like, "Whoa, like this is cool." And at first they were, oh, it's just kind of like adventurine. And I said, no, 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 this is not adventurine. Check it out. Look at the texture on this dial. And yeah, it was just truly different and really, awesome. Like that's all I could say. It's awesome. But can you tell us your design choices? Like how do you land on this?
So I think start from scratch is about our our design philosophy, about our formula. So back in the day, like when we were still a junior designer, I think like more than 10 years ago, most company they do in this way. They first, for any new design, they just simply start with the style. So I want a diver watch. I want aviation. I want jersey. I want a avant-garde. So everybody do the same. We pick the style first. Then
Mm,
we select the movement. We kind of apply this story and pick the design, the other design element, colorway, or maybe take a material, mother of pearl, diamond, so on and so on, right? But in this way, it worked well in the past.
mm,
But sometimes the design actually won't make sense. For example, today if I want to make a kangaroo watch, so I pick a diver, right?
sure.
And I choose, let's say I choose a GMT movement. Does it work? It works, but why? It doesn't make sense, right?
Mm,
So in our formula, like in the MB1, we know that we have to start with a story. It has to be especially for a new brand, it has to be a very unique story. Like, so we pick up the Wedge L, the 70s car design trend, which I think nobody used it for watches before. And it's full of the details like the angular styling, sharp surface, of course, the strict lux, heavy index and hands, and even a dial, you can see there's only the enamel and the brush because that is referring to the car design. And we
mm,
never think about like a jazz watch, sport watch, whatever stuff before we have this in mind because we want to present what we want to do. We want to present a story. So we have those elements in our brain, and after that, we have the design principle to guide everything. And for the design principle, actually, it's very simple. The angular styling. So here's how it comes, result in the ambient one. And I still remember when we went to the World Time UK, so there's quite a lot of new audience. They don't know Monbrey.
sure.
And actually, we have a small poster on our desk with the Lotus. Lotus is a around 70s. They have also a wedge era car design. So I put it here. We tell them the story, and they immediately get it. The whole thing. They look at the watch. Okay, I get it. I know what you're doing, and they love it. So I think it has to be start with the story, and it just make the design make sense, right?
Yeah.
So
Uh,
so going back to the MP2.
yeah.
So since we really like the Japan history, we are from 80s in Hong Kong. We like the anime. We everything is from Japan
Yeah.
since we were a kid, right? So we love it, and I still remember one time. So I visited the I think it's the Tokyo National Museum
Mm,
in Japan, and I don't exactly remember where it's it. So it's maybe some sort of like the weapon armor, but there's a kind of like object with the metal surface that they, when they, some kind of a very aged metal, they always having a a kind of like a rainbow coating. I don't know how to
Yeah,
describe it.
yeah,
It's
like
an
a bit of a
age.
patina or something. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Then also it's kind of like green or some gold accents. So I don't really exactly remember, but I want to present this for the MB2. So I talked to Henry and we got to do this. So we start to experiment. Even we have done this for the in the MB1 stage, we have done the experiment. We were trying to on MB1, but eventually we think it's better to have a new story because it doesn't work with the MB1 story.
Mm.
So we have tried like the coating, aging and dial, printing, a different method. Eventually we pick up the model of pearl because there's nothing better than the material itself can do the job. So it's done by human. And also the goal is not going to present MOP. The goal is to present what I have seen about the story.
Sure.
And the MOP is not actually a result. So we have done the first style. Actually, the green MOP is the beginning of the whole collection. The result is great, but then we also find some limitation. The CNC will actually reduce the reflection of the MOP. So sometimes it's hard to see the kind of like a rainbow effect, right?
Yeah.
So we have done like 10 to 20 different colors, and eventually we only pick the green, ice blue, and then the pink one. So there's only three a mother of pearl.
I'll just step back to the MB1 firstly.
Mm,
When you said Lotus Wedge car, era car,
mm,
I'll be honest, I didn't actually make that link between the watch and the car. I mean, I very much
mm,
looked at the watch in terms of the watch in itself and trying to place it with a watch from another watch in a previous era,
mm,
hence why I talked about the King Seiko. But
mm.
this is when I look at this, I immediately can go, I know what you're doing now. I exactly know what you're
Exactly,
doing. And
exactly.
this is amazing, guys. Listeners, I am going to chuck a link to some wedge card designs in the show
Mm,
notes because everyone has to check this out. This is cool. This is what is the inspiration to the MB1. It definitely, yeah, I can see it straight away. And just moving to the MB2 when you talked about the mother of pearl dial. So can you explain a little bit more to me then? So obviously you've got your CNC
mm,
machining through this mother of pearl dial because usually when people use mother of pearl dials, it's to show off how do you say it, the mother of pearl effect, right? Which is that sort
yeah,
of the
yeah.
that and I guess what made you I guess use the mother of pearl dial but not to keep that effect? Henry
And
or Austin, yeah.
yeah, we try to, let's say, we are not going to present the amount of power actually in here. We want to use it and take the advantage of that the kind of paralyze. We
Sure.
still have it after the CNC because yes, like you said, it actually reduct the effect.
Hmm.
So we have to handpick one by one to choose the most colorful one,
Hmm.
like the unusual one, to do the CNC as well on there. And it's like a balance, I think. So we'll either having the pattern, so it's showing like the weapon armor feeling, but
Yeah.
sadly we have to reduce a little bit because like if we I
You
want
can't
to
have it
just
all,
piece.
right? You can't have it
Yeah.
shiny and also presenting what you wanted to see in the armor. So that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, makes
And if
sense.
I want to, just present a mother of pearl, just put on, there's no you don't have to put the pattern. And like I think for our brand we want to do always want to do a little bit further. So
Sure.
we don't want just, I want to do a gemstone, we put a gemstone, or you mother of pearl, we just put a mother of pearl and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're really looking to link. I guess you almost have a conscious choice, right? So your design choice or your material choice is very much linked to your design choice. So your design choice is I want to present the
Mm,
samurai weaponry and armor that I saw when I was a kid. I went to the Tokyo Natural Museum. Sorry if I messed that up. And you've done that very well. And that's cool. That's awesome. That's an insight that I didn't know about. And I hope the listeners are, you know, of course I'll have this links, of course, all the links to the watches in the show notes. Check it out. You know, listen to what Austin's saying and have a look at the watch and you'll get it. You'll get that story for sure. All right. Well, look, that's awesome. I love hearing where people's, you know, design inspirations come from, and clearly you guys have a very set out design philosophy, and that's cool. I must ask, and I have been asked before previously as well. Your brand name, it's very French. Am I correct? And is this a homage to your, or is this a tribute to your where you guys started working, which is a French, oh, and together, which is the French company?
Actually not.
No.
The, actually, for the brand name, actually has no meaning at
Okay.
all.
Sure. Okay.
Zero meaning at all.
Fair enough.
We just we just want to design because sometimes when we see something, some product, interesting brand,
Mm,
cool design, and we are having a problem that I cannot search it because I forget the brand name.
mm.
So our brand is totally for the easy searching driven and
Yep.
also easy to put on out. Like wherever we print, we apply it, that 5 to 6, 7 character, which is the best size. But
Okay.
why Monbrey? I forget that. And even Henry forget it, right?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah,
We
but
forget it.
then again, I mean, it's not like it's not completely random. You picked it
Mhm.
for a reason, which was you wanted it to be distinctive. You wanted it to be making sure that people remember it because it's different to other brand names, and you also wanted it printed on, you know, whatever you printed it on stand out. So I think
Mhm.
you've done that because it's exactly what everyone that I've spoken to have said. Well, that's different. That's different. That's a different name. I never heard that before. So now they've
And let me
heard
tell
it.
and let me tell you, it doesn't start with Monbrey. It starts with Monbrey. We call it Monbrey in the very
Monbrey.
beginning.
Ah,
But
okay.
then, but then some of my European friends just pronounce it in Monbrey. And okay,
Yeah.
let's call it Monbrey. It
Yeah.
sounds more elegant, right? So Monbrey is totally fine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's cool.
Yeah,
I love it. I
yeah.
really like it.
Uh,
Cool. Okay, all right. Well, look, we'll move on to the next question we've got here. And look, this is a pretty special question. This is from a fellow content creator. Shout out to CJ, Watch Out 24/7. He's on Instagram and on YouTube, and I believe he's actually featured your watch on his channel as well. And he had a question, and I'll direct it to you first, Henry. Look, well, I guess with a lot of micro brands, there's always like, you know, like I tried to do before when we just were
Mm,
starting, everyone links micro brands to mainstream brands, right? I mean, that just seems to be a way to for someone to remember or to attach to a brand name. So, you know, someone might go, "Oh yeah, this brand's kind of like
mm.
Seiko or Citizen or Rolex or whatever it is." But for the listeners who haven't seen your watch yet, which by the end of this episode they wouldn't because they would have seen all the links I've put in the show notes. But what brand or brands would you say you share like similar design ethos or, you know, aesthetics with Monbrey?
Uh, I must say, Monbrey is a blend of Grand Seiko's.
Sure.
Uh, it is a blend of Grand Seiko's elegance and sophistication. Our design ethos embodies the same of the sharpness and reflective beauty. I would say Monbray focus on the case in the dial. We focus on the matte and shiny finish, and that enhance the subtle shade of the light and dark that create depth and the character. Well, like you could see our box, the shaped sapphire crystal with the sharp cut edge, the micro scale cutting lines on the applied index, and two different textures style with various colors of choice. These detail combined together, I think that is a unique aesthetic that
Hmm.
pays the homage to the craftsmanship of luxury watchmaking.
Yeah, well said. Like I was gonna, when
Mm,
you mentioned before that you have had previous experience, working for the
mm,
Seiko Epson Group, and not trying to draw direct parallels to the design itself, but at least the ethos.
yeah.
You're bang on right about elegance and also the I guess the sharpness and reflectability. I mean that was, correct me if I'm wrong here, Taro Tanaka, he's in the
Mm,
60s, he had the grammar of design from Seiko, and that was one of his, I mean, tenets, right? He talked a lot about that, about there's certain ways he needs to design, and having the indices reflecting
Mm.
and having the sharpness and all that, which you've taken, that there's sharing that similar design ethos, but not copying the design, if that makes sense,
Mm.
is you got the ethos, but it doesn't mean it's a copy. If anything, it looks very different to many of the Seikos of the time or even now.
yeah. We extract those design elements from Seiko and
Mm,
we mm, apply our own design on
yeah,
it and makes today's how Monbrey MB2 looks like.
yeah, yeah. No, it's fantastic. It's good to see. Austin, anything you'd like to add on that?
Yeah, I would say like we are like a followers. Like you can call it maybe second generation
Mm,
of the same design principle. So yeah, we share the same design element. We don't want to copy, We
sure.
just don't want to do that. We just share the element. So well, I would say it's a affordable, kind of like Kingsicle as a layman way, to
Yeah,
say talk about the brand. We try to be, achieving the black polish and all those small details to really, really close enough to the top tier.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And like you say, like it's not a it's not a copy, it's not a homage,
Mm.
it's you're paying tribute to certain design ethos, and you've made it your own. I mean it is always bound to happen, right? You guys, or especially like you say, Henry, you were shaped by that era. You've worked in that. Even Austin, your father with a citizen, even though you may not have directly thing, but you've obviously have influenced being in Hong Kong, being in Asia as well. Like it's a hub for watches, right? I mean, not just Japanese watches, but even Swiss watches and everything else. So it just makes sense to have all that, in your subconsciousness being in
Yeah,
play.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's awesome. And look, and like you said, a layman may say, oh, it looks like a vintage King Seiko, but when you really drill down to it, and what you've said just then, both of you said this then, there's a lot of, yeah, it makes sense where the designs come from. So awesome. Thanks guys. Thanks for going through that. All right. Okay. So that was some heavy hitting questions. Let's go into something maybe a little bit more lighthearted. I'm not really sure, but let's go. So look, we've seen two watches now, both. I wouldn't like, from what I hear from you guys, you haven't really picked a style per se. You haven't picked a dive watch or a a Garda or something, but just in a way of making your design, it happens to that you've made two dressy sports watches essentially. What's next? Where can we what can we expect from you guys? Do we see you guys departing from your, I guess, your two styles of your first watches? Maybe something a bit different?
I think the variation is real based on the MB2. So I think like just like our brand DNA, we focus on the dial. So for MB2, we're going to experiment more material on the dial that, just like I said before, we don't want to just take a gemstone, put on it, and we are going to do it a little bit further, or even we're going to choose some material that haven't been using for years. So we're going to bring it back, and or maybe some tech lead. So eventually expand the MB2 collection. And for the MB3, let's say the new model, what we can guarantee, well, we can guarantee we're not going to do it freehands. We have enough freehands, the MB1,
Right.
MB3 is freehand. So we are not going to do it. I don't know. We don't have any idea yet because like people have been asking us to do a diver, but diver is so challenging. Like
Sure.
plenty of good design out there. So and we don't know yet, but for sure it's not going to be a free hand. And more than that, Henry is working on something. So for
Okay.
Monbrey, it's more like a serious brand. We talk about making everything like more make sense and traditional heritage thing. So we are going to do a subsidiary. For now, our idea just let's say less special design, less pressure of buying, less pressure of waiting. So that's easier for people, the price point, whatever, and it's not something just like a toy. So you can, for people like us, like in 40s, we cannot, wear a watch, right? So
Hmm.
we kind of creating, but just an idea. We want to make it fun
Okay.
but still like a decent watches.
I like it. I like it. So like a spin-off brand that is going to be a more fun, more
Fun.
chilled, less less grown up per
Yeah,
se. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
That's fantastic. And moving back to MB3 complications. I love it. I love good complication. Speaking of complications, is there anything in either of your collections in terms of complications that you use aside from your three-hander? What is the most go-to complication that you use?
GMT.
GMT, yep.
Most
Best.
functional. No, we travel a lot, just like the other Hong Kong, So we travel a lot GMT and it's really functional. Like I have meeting like with different clients, so it's good to know the current time. So
Yeah.
GMT well timer could be a choice.
I know. Nice, nice. And Henry, yourself, GMT as well?
Yeah, yeah. I pretty like GMT too
Yeah.
because we travel a lot.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. Yeah, yeah. To be honest, I only have GMT chronograph, and I've had a jump hour complication as well. I must say, a jump hour complication is very
Mm.
useful.
Yeah.
Love it, and sometimes almost more useful than a GMT. But you guys do you. Don't get influenced by my talk of jump hour hands. But if you do make a jump hour complication for the MP3, I will be claiming some credit for that.
Yeah.
Just
Sure.
joking, just joking. All right, fantastic, guys. All right, cool. Okay, awesome. That's good to hear. A little bit of, can I say exclusive? No, I haven't seen any other publication talk about this, so it's a bit of an exclusive. You guys talking about this?
Yes. Yes, exactly. We never talk about that. What going to
Uh,
the next? Yes.
there you go.
Even
Awesome.
MP2,
Yeah. There you go. All right, fantastic.
Mm,
That's
mm,
good to hear. I am very honored, guys. All right, well, keeping in the same theme of future plans
mm,
and what's coming next.
mm,
Look, the microbrand scene is very supportive of each other, as we can see. We had the what you talked about it before, the World Time UK event. You guys met
mm.
some really great brands. Of course, you met Matt as well, and hence, yeah, and you guys all hit it off, and there's all this support for each other. But I was wondering, and this may or may not be, happen because micro brands I've seen collaborate with, sort of bigger brands. But
Mm.
do you guys have any, plans for maybe collaborations with people or brands, be it big or small?
Well, we will have a collaboration
Okay.
next year with a YouTuber.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
all I can say. That's all I can say
That's all
that.
you
Yeah,
can
that's all I can
say.
say.
All right.
That's all I can say that. So that's the plan. And for like maybe a watch show, so probably we're going to join more show like because we are so enjoy the time in the World Time UK. The audience is fantastic. It's so great to meet them.
Yeah.
So why up or even I think there's a show in Australia as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's I think Watch Fest in Sydney. There's also
Ah, okay.
there's a I think there was another one recently. I can't remember what it was called, but that was in Melbourne, I believe, as well. But we're severely lacking in shows in Perth, Western Australia. So maybe you guys might be the first to organize one in Perth. And if you do, yeah,
Yes.
you can come
Yeah,
over here.
test us
Yeah.
if they're hearing. the podcast, text us. Yes,
Yeah.
we are interested.
Yeah, that's right. Let's make it
Yeah.
happen, maybe. Let's will this into existence. Okay, cool, awesome. No, I think those events are fantastic. I myself haven't had the opportunity to go to one of those yet, but they just seem like so much fun and just very different to the traditional, you know, Basel world or stuff like
Oh,
that,
it's
where
so
just
different.
yeah, which I mean, I'm curious, have you guys been to those before in your previous, I guess, your previous roles where you had work with OEMs and the rest?
Many times,
Mm,
countless, to the Basel world. So the vibe, everything is so different
mm.
comparing to the Basel world. And actually, I really like the current, like the Michael Brand show is
In
yeah.
Yep,
In Basel world, it's more like the B2B,
sure.
more serious. It's not a place to, you share things with the brand. And I think the last around the 2 or 3 years of the Basel world, which is getting better because they have some sort of like small fair. So for the watchmaker, so
Yeah,
actually you can deal with that just like the Michael Brand watch show by
sure.
now.
Is it Geneva Watch
So
Days? Is it? Is that what it was called? Or is that
yeah,
known
yeah,
as something
yeah,
like that?
something like they just got this small table so you can actually talk to them directly.
Yeah,
So it's totally different.
yeah. Cool. Nice. And is that your Henry yourself as well? Very similar. I even lost
Oh,
you there.
sorry.
No, sorry. I was just saying,
I'm
is
sorry.
that no worries, mate. Yeah, I was just checking. Is that you're similar with yourself as well? Been to these trade shows and not the same as these new micro brand shows?
Yeah.
I've been
Awesome.
quite a few times, right?
Yeah.
To the watch show, yeah. I've been quite a few times.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I used to go more often.
Yeah.
When we work in a company, I used to, I do all the BS, so I usually go to the show.
Nice, nice. Awesome, awesome, cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Look, thank you so much. We've come to sort of the end of the question part of the episode. So really appreciate your answers and really, I mean, I'm not sure about you guys listeners, but I got some really deep insights into you guys and to your company that I haven't had before this interview. So yeah, thank you very much and appreciate that. So we'll move to the side now. We'll go to the something interesting section of the podcast. So, look, this is a part of the podcast where we discuss something interesting, and it doesn't have to be watch related. It can be anything, whatever you want to talk about. So, I guess as our guest, is there anything interesting you like to share? I'll start with you, Austin.
I think Harry found something. No, he
Henry.
just
Okay.
shares some. Harry
It's
just shares something very interesting, like the I think it's a Seiko, right? Seiko watch.
No, Seiko? No, Casio.
Oh,
Cassie.
Casio, yeah.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I found it Casio had released a watch that really interesting. Is the model is CPP002. It's a watch that designed for sauna sessions. It has
Whoa, hang on a
sauna.
minute.
Yeah,
Yes, you're gonna search it. You're
yeah,
gonna search it. It's so
yeah,
fun. It's so fun.
yeah.
So
CPP002.
the Casio
Casio.
sauna timer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh, It,
Okay.
it it's very simple. It has an hour and minute hands, but they has a special feature that could shows the 12-minute timer that designed for the sauna sessions, and the strap that inspired by the Gym Locker keychain. I
Ah,
think
Yes,
it's really
cool.
yes.
interesting.
Wow, that is incredible. Guys, I am going to chuck this in the show notes, of course, so you can check it out. But this is awesome. I mean, it makes sense, right? Casio is the one that makes G-Shocks. G-Shocks is meant to be bulletproof. You can do anything in it.
Yeah,
And this is a sauna. So,
Yeah, and, they have been doing it, especially Japanese brand like Citizen Seiko. They have been doing it some kind of like I don't want to say creepy, but they
yeah.
have some very interesting thing. Like they would just okay, sauna,
Yeah.
especially for sauna watching. Let's do it, and they have the band just like keychain, so it's so fun.
That's incredible. I mean, I maybe about a year and a bit ago went into a sauna in Europe, and it was one of those ones where You have this really hot sauna, and then you jump into the
Hmm.
freezing cold water into
Oh
the,
yeah.
and then you come
Mm.
back out, in and out, in and out. I took my watch off
I
because I
like
was like, I'm not gonna risk my watch jumping in and out, cold, hot, cold, hot. But hey, if I had this on my wrist, I could have done it.
it should survive. I can tell you that it should be survive. For Monbrey, we have
Monbrey.
the high low temp testing, so it should be fine.
Okay, all right, there you go. Okay, you heard it here first. Monbray has the high-low temperatures and it can survive a sauna too, maybe.
Yeah, let's do it. 7 times maximum.
Yeah. Not in the guarantee, guys. Actually, yeah,
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 maybe,
yeah,
this is just maybe might survive. That's cool.
yeah.
That's awesome. Ah, fantastic. What about yourself, Austin? Anything that you've seen, or you guys just jumping on this Casio one together?
I think just the ring. The
Yeah.
ring. Is it from Castle as well? I forget that.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
ring.
ring watch.
Yes, I have seen that as well. Yeah, I really like these ring watches. They're cool. It's the G-Shock one, right? That's the
Yeah,
Is it G-Shock? Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like I have so many G-Shock like Baby G. I have it, but I don't like them. But that ring is so amazing.
Yeah, yeah, and it's fully functioning as well. It's CRW
Exactly.
01. It's proper functioning one. I mean, yeah, this is cool. This is also another cool. I mean, Casio does some really cool stuff like that, right? And it because it's a Casio, it's not going to be rubbish. It's going to be well
Mm,
built.
yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. I will
I think
also, yeah.
they have quite a lot of different style, not the only one, right? So I think they got one with calculator.
Yes. Yep.
Oh yeah.
The
They
calculator
have the
watch is
they also have the ring version.
on the calculator.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. It's so
Uh,
fun. I'm not sure it's working, but it's
okay. But this one is like a proper square
yeah, yeah,
G-Shock, a square
yeah.
G-Shock on a
That
ring.
one is working. Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool. Very cool. All right. Well, I think maybe I might hint at this might be a Christmas present or something for someone. Maybe myself.
Yes, yes,
Yes, very
yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. All right. No, thanks guys. Thanks for sharing. That is cool. You made it about watches, but you made it very interesting, so I like it. Thank you. All right. So look, I'll share something interesting. I have been watching a TV show. So normally in this section, I normally do something about watches or maybe, and
Mm,
Justin loves to talk about TV shows or shows just to
mm.
break it up a bit. So I've been watching this show called Interior Chinatown, and it is on Disney Plus. Now, I don't know whether you guys know about this, but it's like a cop drama, and it stars Jimmy Yang. I'm not sure if you guys know
Oh
Jimmy Yang.
yeah, 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 Jim. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Jimmy Yang. Yeah, yeah. I really like it. I think it's based on a novel. It's funny. It's a bit of crime drama. It's also just, I don't know, just very interesting. It's very different. It's not a regular TV show, is all I can say. It sort of starts off like a TV show, and then it's almost like a TV show inside a TV show. So I'm not going to give it away. I'll let the listeners check it out. But I like it. I really like it.
Definitely, so you have to watch it. He's our folks, so he speak Cantonese as well. So it's very
There
funny
you
guy. I have leasing his comedy is funny.
go.
Is
I agree.
so funny at all, and he makes it with Cantonese as well. So I
Yeah.
I love him. I love
There
him.
you go. I
Yeah.
promise I didn't pick this just because I knew he was Cantonese.
Mhm.
I've literally been watching this the last 3 nights. Every single night I've been watching at
Mhm.
least one episode. Well, so
Mhm.
and I've actually been really enjoying the show. So yeah, and I think it's like the top show in Disney Plus at the moment, or at least the front page one. So check it out. Well, it's Disney Plus in Australia, but it might not be in Disney Plus the rest of the world. But yeah, check it out, guys.
Yeah, it's kind of like remind me like the 80s, the Hong Kong movie, something like that. The
Yeah.
style, it's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah,
Yeah, which is very cool. Very cool. There was
yeah,
some really cool stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, we can get into, yeah, Hong Kong movies. I really enjoy them. I used to watch a few of them myself. So yes, nice. If you, hey, Austin Henry, if you have any recommendations on some awesome Hong Kong movies that I should watch, let me know.
Well, all the gangs movie, the best.
Yes, 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 yes.
All the
Okay.
gangs movie. We love the Hong Kong gangs. We also love the Japanese gangs, the movie. It's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I think there's a movie that I watched that was, what do you call it? That was made into a Hollywood movie as well.
Tokyo, something like that. Is
Ah,
it that one?
it-
HBO. I think it's from HBO, right?
maybe, but it initially was a Hong Kong show, and then it went into it. Infernal Affairs. Infernal Affairs.
無間道啊，
Yeah.
無間道。
Oh, okay. That's one of
Yeah.
the best. One
There
of
you
the
go.
best.
Very
Yes.
good
Yeah.
show. And yeah, I think it was they made it into The Departed, which is the Hollywood
啊，yeah.
version of it. So yeah. Anyway, there you go. Another
Mhm.
another recommendation.
Mhm.
After the show, after this interview, if there is anything that I should watch, let me know.
Do you watch the anime? I watch
Uh,
anime a lot.
I don't really get into anime as much. I think I used to watch like the Ghost in a Shell. Was that what it's called? Ghost something. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, Ghost in the Shell. Yeah,
That's
Ghost in
it.
the Shell.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Do you like it?
yeah. I didn't mind it, but I just think I don't have access to a lot of anime. It used to be on TVs and stuff, but not as much. Maybe I just need to go hunting for them. That's all.
No, one of the best. One of the best. And I think recently you have to check out the Dan Da Dan from Netflix. It's on Netflix. Dan
Dan Dardan. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dan Dardan. Crunchyroll. Okay. Is it on Netflix? Okay. It's on Netflix. Oh,
It's on Netflix. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's totally well made. It's kind of like they mix the kind of like the student up story
mm-hmm.
mixing with the haunted story and also science fiction together.
Cool. Dan
It's quite
Dardan.
fun.
Okay.
Then yes.
Dan Dardan. All right. I'm gonna have to put this in the show notes as well so that I've got it and then I can watch it too. Fantastic. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Look, we've come to the end of the episode, but before we close, like, please, give us your plug. Where can we find Monbrey watches?
So you can actually check our website is Monbrey, Monbrey.com,
Mhm.
or on Instagram, just search Monbrey. You can find us.
Fantastic. I will leave all the links so you guys don't have to search very far, but so you can click on it. So thank you very much. And yeah, that's it, guys. We've come to the end of the episode. So really, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice
Thank
to
you.
see you, Praka.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, great to see you guys in person as well. And yeah, look forward to seeing more from you guys in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right. Well, look, if there's
Thank you.
nothing else,
Mhm.
we'll leave it right there. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thank you for joining us on Overtime the podcast. We hope you've enjoyed the episode.
You can find us on our Instagrams at Overtime the Podcast, at Kinda Average Watches, and at Horology Capture.
We appreciate the support and value your feedback. If you have any questions, suggestions, or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, please hit us up. We would love to hear from you.
Until next time.